Hello again. I'm going to tell you about some combined volumes that we have, some phonics readers and our illustrated stories. The first one is a combined volume called Aesop's Stories for Little Children. There are several little stories in here that all have a moral. We've got great illustrations and simple text, and they teach a lesson at the end of every story. So I really like this book. Again, that's Aesop's Stories for Little Children. There are a couple other like that you can choose too. This next one is called The Complete Book of Farmyard Tales. This was the first book I ever bought because I just thought it had everything. I thought it was so amazing. There are 20 stories in here about Mrs. Boot and her 2 kids and her dog. There's an audio disc that comes with it as well. That's in our car right now, which is great. It's a dual reader, so there's an easy version on top and a harder version on bottom. And you can read them both, or you can read one without the other, and it will make sense either way. So this is a really, really great book. It's called The Complete Book of Farmyard Tales. Next is a phonics reader called Ted and Friends. And there are several several stories in this book. You can get some of the stories separately, and separately they'd be $6.99. This way you get an audio disc and several of them together, and it's $19.99. So this is a great way to go for some phonics readers. And this one has claps too. So we really love this one. My 2.5-year-old will listen to this and read along as he looks at the story, and it's really cute. So lastly are our illustrated stories. These are beautiful books, and they have abridged versions of classic stories, and then there are over 20 illustrated books to choose from. This one's got Sleeping Beauty and Cinderella and some other great classic fairy tales with good illustrations, a little bit more text. These are better for older kids, but even I read this to my 1-year-old, and she gets excited to see the pictures. So these are great books.